Welcome to this match between these two teams. This match could easily tip in either direction. It'll just need the right spark. And with me in the box, Justin Marshall. And Justin, a good contest coming up here.
Oh, absolutely. It's set for some good rugby. The wind will probably be a factor here. You can see from the flags just how strong it is. There's not a lot between these two teams. It could go either way, and it really depends on who wants to win more. It's all set for outstanding rugby.
So, a lot to look forward to in this game. And in no time at all, the game will be underway. There's the signal, and here we go. Kick-off, take it in. That's a very flat pass. Carries it hard to the line. The centre going hard. Players only just arriving now. The lock gets it away. Good run here, breaks the first tackle. The left winger makes a telling run. They bring him down in the end. It's still alive on the attacking side. Flicks a short pass. Castle running at pace and power. The number 5. The ref wants him to let go of it. And he goes straight through. Back to his feet quickly and wrestling for the ball. And that's a good burst. Very good run indeed. They take their time getting there. Great turnover. And it was a forward pass. So, unable to work it, and they'll come back for the scrum instead. Great turnover.
Yeah, that's certainly a mistake that could have been avoided.
So, unable to work it. First scrum of the match.
Yeah, that's certainly a mistake that could have been avoided.
The number 9 rolls it in. Defence is solid enough. Ref says ball is out. Solid scrum and the ball's out. Flat pass. Crashing run into the line. The left winger is pulled down in a glorious tackle. The number 14 shakes him up in that tackle. Coach will be very disappointed if they've lost this. Now he's looking for some support. And they'll take the line out. Coach will be very disappointed if they've lost this. Now he's looking for some support. And they'll take the line out. The line out claimed against the throw. Maul bounds. The lock can see it in there. Strong defence. Lovely tackle against the throw. Now taken down hard. The lock can see it in there. Strong. That'll knock the wind out of him. Lovely tackle. He's got to let it go now. Taken down hard.
He'll be annoyed at that.
And they'll go to a scrum.
Good chance to attack.
So they'll come back for the scrum.
They have a chance here. They may look to go to a set piece. Yeah, he couldn't handle the ball and then knocked it on. He'll be annoyed at that.
And both teams putting pressure on.
Chance to attack.
Ball's out here. Ball is out now. Strong defence. Good contest, but it's still theirs. And unable to fend off the tackler. I think they still have this one. Ball's out here. The number 6 lays it back. The number 10 doing well and makes ground. And he's thumped it down in the corner.
It was a good build up there. I like the way they handled themselves.
The number 6 lays it back. The number 10 doing well and makes ground. And he's thumped it down in the corner.
It was a good build up there. I like the way they handled themselves.
They've got their 5, they could get their 7. Not the easiest of kicks here, but looking to convert this 5-pointer into 7. And a pretty useful kick here. They've got their 5, they could get their 7. Not the easiest of kicks here, but looking to convert this 5-pointer into 7. And a pretty useful kick here. He goes short. It's in touch. So, line out here. He goes short. It's in touch. Lost against the throw. Nice short ball. Down he goes in the tackle. He's fallen off that tackle. The hooker brought down now. The scrum half gives it off now. The right winger crunches his way up. And they've got it at the back there. The number 10 breaks off. He's tackled and taken into touch. The scrum half gives it off now. The right winger crunches his way up. And they've got it at the back there. The number 10 breaks off. He's tackled and taken into touch. Not his best throw.
Their line-out has been a bit wobbly, and that one was no different.
The left winger gets some speed up. He pushes the pass further. And they drag him down. The hooker picks. The skipper pulls him down. The lock keeps it going. So a maul here. The ball controlled at the back. Pushes it on. Back inside. Delivers it back inside. Trying to get a drive going here. Now it's underway. So a maul here. The ball controlled at the back. This is a use it or lose it situation. They have to move it. Gives it short. Ball goes inside. And knocked on by Wade. So he's playing advantage here.
Knocking that ball on cost them a good chance to score. They won't be happy with themselves. Yeah, he just lost control of the ball on that occasion.
It's going to be a scrum.
Well, they find themselves under a bit of pressure here, don't they?
Oh, good hit. And a good battle going on here. A brutal contest in the scrum. Pass inside. And down he goes in the tackle. He keeps the ball moving. And lost forward right on his own goal line. That is a bad error. So they'll come back for the scrum. Pass inside. And down he goes in the tackle.
He just couldn't control the ball.
Keeps the ball moving. Here's the scrum.
Fierce contest in the scrum so far. How will they cope this time?
Nice hit there.
He just couldn't control the ball.
Here's the scrum. Runs at the line. Now taken to the ground in a good tackle. The lock looks for options. A short pass here. Tackled. Rucky's formed. He has to release.
And we're almost at half-time now. Not long to go.
Jack was quite within his rights to kick the ball out on the full. Short pass here. Tackled. Rucky's formed. He has to release.
And we're almost at half-time now. Not long to go.
Jack was quite within his rights. The lock is the target.
Good clean line-out ball off the top.
Up he goes and makes the catch. And a good follow-up here from the number 5. He's got the loose ball. Is the target.
Good clean line-out ball off the top.
Up he goes. It's in touch. Not surprising to see the match very close between these two sides here at the break. Half-time break here. It's been an even contest up to now. So discipline a bit of a problem in this match so far.
Let's check out the stats. They'll not be happy with the territory stats. They're on the back foot more often than not, it seems. Missed tackles. Well, that will be concerning for the coaching staff.
having a bit of a problem.
No problem with the lineouts this match. Some work still to be done in this match, Nisbo. We'll see how the next 40 minutes pans out.
He kicked short. The hooker to secure this. Number 5 takes him down. The number 9 has the ball.
We'll see how the next 40 minutes pans out.
He kicked short. The hooker to secure this. Number 5 takes him down. The number 9 has the ball.
We'll see how the next 40 minutes pans out.
He kicked short. The hooker to secure this. Number 5 takes him down. The number 9 has the ball.
We'll see how the next 40 minutes pans out.
He kicked short. The hooker to secure this. Number 5 takes him down. The number 9 has the ball.
They're improving, Benny.
Absolutely, and it does come down to the coaching, I think. All the major strengths of these Tier 2 nations, and they've all got their different areas that they've been renowned for, be it the Fijians, they're running rugby, but you look at how Fiji have defended in this World Cup, and I don't think it's just the fact that the Fijians have better coaches coaching the national side. I think, you know, a lot of those players are playing in the top 14 in France, some of them over in the Aviva Premiership, and they're taking the lessons that they've learned. And it's great to see that actually one of the best defensive sides have been Fiji, and they've been able to match it with what they do with the ball that we all know they can do. Japan as well, you know, the brilliance of what Steve Borthwick's done in terms of the set piece. Their driving play's probably been the best out of anyone from line-out. So, you know, little things that they weren't known for, and everyone said that's where they need to get to be able to compete on the world stage. They're starting to do, and they're doing it brilliantly.
And I think the smaller the gap gets, the bigger the game becomes, because it's no coincidence you had a world record viewing in Japan because they're doing well. You know, people don't want to sit down and be inspired to play when they're seeing their country losing by 100 points or by 50 points. So the smaller the gap is, and the more interest becomes. So I think this World Cup on the stage of propelling rugby around the world has been huge because that gap's smaller.
Do you know what's interesting about that? Their first game, you had just come back from Japan, you were doing some mad sport over there, horseback archery or something like that, and you couldn't find a place to watch that South Africa game. 25 million people watched their last game in Japan. Such is the impact of a huge performance.
Yeah, and it only takes one performance. Because everybody's passionate about one thing, and that's their country. So when they see their country doing well, they want to become a part of it. So when I was back out there, everybody was watching the game with Scotland, and then everybody has continued that. So that one game against South Africa has propelled the game in Japan on huge levels, and like I say, that's happened through all the lower tier countries in this World Cup.
It couldn't be a better time for that to have happened, because there were little rumours before the World Cup that they weren't going to be able to play at the new Olympic Stadium, and maybe the interest levels in Japan weren't quite as high as we all thought they might be ahead of the World Cup. Now it's pushed it right up, and it's fantastic. Couldn't have been better timing for Japan to do well.
One of the other huge positives as well, one of the stats that's come out, is that 5 of the teams from the Pacific Nations Cup, their set piece, their scrum, has held up 100% on their own put-in, Jason, which says, you know, the set piece, which has been a failing of teams like Fiji in the past, is getting better, coaching's getting better, and that's the basis that has to improve for them to improve on the world stage, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can just see the game just getting stronger and stronger because of that. And, you know, I suppose as the more teams play, the bigger teams that they play, they just want to get better and better, and they will. You see them now, you know, they're playing against you know, some of the higher nation teams, and they're getting dominant in those areas. So it's great for the game, and it's also great if you can get the set piece right. That also then allows you to get your backs right. You know, you want a great platform to work off. You know, we've seen in years gone by, in tournaments gone by, that the set piece hasn't been good, so the back line has suffered as a result of it. Now we're seeing a good set piece, a good line out, a good scrum, and then the backs are able to do their thing. They're getting some ball out wide, and they're able to express themselves as well.
And just very quickly, Ben, if that's the new legacy from these teams, the IRB have to jump on it and make sure it continues to progress. What's the next step for these Tier 2 teams?
Well, actually, I think it's probably filtering down, so it's not just the elite level that have got the best coaches, and actually we're sending coaches out, and I know World Rugby are looking into that, and there are plenty of initiatives to send coaches out so that we get those young children at the grassroots and build them up. And by the time the elite coaches get them, they already have that basic understanding of the game and knowledge that we're privileged to have over here in the countries that have played it for so long.
So things could get tougher and tougher for the Tier 1 nations out there.
He's stolen it. Now looking for support. This is big ground being made here, and finally taken to ground now. Yep, it's still on their side. The centre not quite so easy to put away. He's been taken out of play there. The lock takes it down. Looking to make a little ground here, and it's there now. He sold that dummy nicely. The skipper is absolutely smashed. He'll have to release the ball now. He's been hit hard. Short pass. Lovely tackle. Strong defence. And eventually they stop. He'll have to release the ball now. Now he gets the ball away. There's some real force in this defence. Crowd enjoyed that tackle. And they might have turned it as well. The number 9 picks it out of the back. Pass is delivered inside. Flicks a little one. And he's lost the ball forward. He's playing advantage.
He really should have been able to take the ball from the look of it, but he lost it.
The captain with a nice run. And the advantage is over. And they've held this ball perfectly. Powerful defence. Back he goes. Tackle not complete. Keeps going. Loses his balance from the missed attempt and taken that time. He's been hit hard. The number 8 here, dangerous runner. They bring him down in the end. Players in the ruck doing their job, still alive. Probing run towards the line. The open side flanker gets his second.
That's what they were looking for. A beautiful try, no doubt about it.
Next up, we'll have the conversion. So, looking to add an extra 2 here. Still some work to do with this kick, though. And it looks like you'll get this. The skipper gets us going again. Gets taken down in a hard tackle. Possible turnover here. They've turned it over. Beautifully done.
Built some pressure, and they turned the ball over very well.
The centre thumped into the ground. He's chucked a beautiful pass. That's good support play. He's having a go at the ball. The number 11 is chasing after this. Snapped up the number 15. Very nimble on his feet there. Driven hard into the turf. The number 10 unable to stop him. He takes it past halfway. The number 2 driven backwards. Good work by the players in the ruck. Still their ball. Can't take him down. Watch him run. The number 8 finally dragged down, but he made a telling run. He pushes it on. The number 12 charges forward. The ball was beautifully presented. The 5'8", back to his feet quickly and wrestling for the ball. The number 9 feeds it on. The second rower giving the defence something to think about. It's a penalty.
Yeah, that was a shockingly high tackle.
They decided to pile on the pressure and kick for touch. The second rower stretching up. The number 10 knocked it on. Referee playing advantage.
They just overplayed it on that occasion, trying to force opportunities that weren't there.
The referee has pulled them up. They'll go back for the scrum.
He just couldn't control the ball.
And now the scrum to pack. And a good hit. And a good battle going on here. Both teams putting pressure on. The halfback off the back. Good contest and the ball is out. Still there, I think. And it's a maul. They make ground with this maul. The number 2 controls it as they try for a few more yards. The centre charging his way downfield. The number 12 going for a big run there.
They have done really well in the line out so far. It's working perfectly for them.
And they'll come back for the scrum.
When he looks back, he will realise he's made a horrible mistake.
Now we'll have a scrum. Boy, there's some force in that. A brutal contest in the scrum. He runs hard at the defence. He's trying to turn it over quickly. The scrum half gets the ball away. The centre races away. The number 11 with a good run. He's in.
They just keep building pressure, and the try just had to come in the end.
Simply magical, folks.
He's in fantastic form.
Yes, indeed.
You can see his pace here. It is remarkable. No one could catch him, but it was a great pass that set him up.
And there's a shot at goal to come. The conversion now, and he should be able to land this one, even though there's a bit of an angle on it. The kick looks like it's heading over. The skipper kicks off deep. The kickoff snapped up. The loose head prop tack. The ball's being contested. The number 3 dodges his way through the tackle. The number 5 with a searching run. What a run this is downfield. The halfback delivers the ball. Past the halfway there. The second 5/8 looking to score here. Great execution.
Good try. They are looking good on the scoreboard now.
Absolutely exceptional try.
They're looking good with the ball though. They are so threatening. Not long to go now, the last few plays of the match. You can see his pace here. It is remarkable. No one could catch him. But it was a great pass that set him up.
Dead right. Conversion to follow.
Not much time remaining now.
Jack to kick for goal now.
We're into the last few ticks of the clock now.
The second 5 goes short. He's been hit hard. The skipper running strongly. The number 10 gets the ball to his support player. Turns it back on the inside. And he's got support now. The number 14, it's into touch. So they'll have a line out.
This match just about over here.
The number 5 is the target.
It was a very good line out.
Now he gets the ball away. The right winger sidestepping his way through. A good pass to his support player. And he's pounded into the ground. Makes some very good meters here. Stopped in a textbook tackle. That'll knock the wind out of him. And he's battered by the defence. The offload definitely wasn't on there.
Oh, that's incredible. It was a pretty decent match. Just too strong in the end. They win comfortably. There were quite a number of kicks made in this match. It was a real old-fashioned kicking battle. There were a small number of penalties conceded, which was good to see.
That's all we've got time for. See you next time.